Are you thinking about getting a Hansshow accessory like one of their Power Frunks or their Yoke Steering Wheels, which is pretty much like the two most popular items that they have? Well, then this video is definitely for you. You are going to want to check this video out before you place an order for one of those Hansshow products. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm making a video that I was hoping I would never ever have to really make. We need to talk, YouTube. Could I have picked like a colder day to do? It's freezing outside. Let's go chat. Let's go chat in the car. We need to talk. Let's go. Okay, YouTube. We need to talk. Look, it's cold, but it's not this cold. We need to fix this. Okay, so we need to talk. As you guys know, I have done a number of videos on Hansshow accessories, and I've always thought that they were actually pretty good. Full transparency, I am an affiliate with Hansshow, which basically means they send me some products and I test them out. I tell them, look, the only thing I can promise is a true, honest review. But they will usually give me some type of discount code that I can then share with you guys, so you guys can save some money if you want to go purchase something on your own. And then they do pay me a commission. Now, I'm not the type of person that likes to use this platform that I have on YouTube to bash companies and talk bad about things. I honestly think we need more positivity in our lives, just in general.
Be positive, that's the way to live.
So I always try to keep things positive on the channel. The only items that I bring to you guys are those that I like and I think are worthwhile and are positive. I don't publish any of the videos where I test something out that's a complete total fail or something that doesn't really live up to the quality expectation that I have. For a long time now, really for the past year, I have been recommending Hansshow products to you guys. And well, I kind of feel like I owe you guys a little bit of an update on things. So I've done videos on 3 different Hansshow products. The first product we tested and did was the Power Frunk for the front. The second thing that we did with Hansshow was their Yoke Steering Wheel. And the third item that we did was their carbon fiber dashboard, and it was a full replacement of the dashboard. The review that we initially gave was awesome. The first month or two of using the product was completely awesome, no problems. Everything went really well. And then what we kind of found out, things started to kind of go wrong with pretty much all of the items that we did with Hansshow. It all started with the frunk. When we first did the frunk install, it worked great. And for a long time, everything went fine. And then all of a sudden, we started noticing the frunk wasn't really opening anymore. It turns out the one strut on the side had actually twisted itself to the point where it was actually popping off of the hinge on the frunk lid itself that pushes it up. I would kind of fix it and I'd pop it on, I'd twist it back and pop it on, and then it would work maybe once or twice, and then all of a sudden it wouldn't work again. We did this cycle over and over and over again. Then when I was doing the video with Evolution Autosports, Joe was kind enough to take a look at that front strut himself, and he noticed the same thing I did. It was twisted, so he tried to untwist it, and he got it to go on. And again, it was the same thing. It stayed on for like a use or two, and then kept popping off. However, it's now caused a bigger problem. Let me show you guys kind of what I'm talking about with this. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Here's our screen. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna press the frunk open button and show you kind of what happens. So, Yep, nothing. The frunk lid is open here and nothing happened. And I'm not quite sure if the audio came through on that, but you basically just heard a whole lot of and nothing actually happening. So if we come out here, we can see it released, right? But when we open it up and we take a look here, first of all, when we let go, the lid is closing on its own. We pick it up, and look, I know there's a bunch of leaves here, which will make sense in a second. And I let go. Well, the lid is closing on its own. If you took notice here, when it got to about here, you'll notice the trunk lid, it's not really all that level. Well, let me show you kind of the new problem that has really happened as a result of this. Look at this side. Look at this. Look at this monster gap that has now been created as a result of all of this. So this is now being pushed up all sorts of high over here. I mean, look at that gap. I mean, I could almost stick my entire finger in there. This head is facing this way, and I have to manually turn it to get it to line up so the opening is on this side of it, because there's the head right there. It doesn't go on. It won't, when I turn it, it turns itself and pops right back off and never stays on. All right, so let's talk about the next issue that came up with another Hansshow product that we have, and it's the Yoke Steering Wheel. Now, let's talk about the Yoke in general first before we get into the issue that we ran into. The one question that comes up on the comment thread for our Yoke install video all the time is, how do you like it? So we've been using the Yoke for a while now. It's been in the car for about 9 months. You adjust very quickly to it. Michelle and I both agree on that, and it becomes kind of comfortable in that sense. And it looks awesome, and it gets comments from absolutely everybody that gets in the car. I mean, it's like everything with the Tesla, right? Somebody gets in the car and they're like, ooh, it's a Tesla, it's so nice. And then they look at the steering wheel and they're like, ooh, look at that, it's super futuristic. It looks cool. One of the perks that I found of the Yoke, autopilot requires you to have your hand on the wheel, and it needs to feel that like force that it knows your hand's on the wheel and you're paying attention. In the regular steering wheel from Tesla, this is all kind of rounded down here. You still have this same piece right here, so you have to grip the steering wheel either like here or here on the bottom, because this is rounded. When you're grabbing it like this, and you're having to put a turn in your wrist, which kind of makes it like not really ergonomically comfortable. Well, because the Yoke is flat on the bottom, I could just leave my hand right here. It's not twisted. I'm not having to turn it. I just leave it right here. That's like probably one of my favorite features, is just how comfortable it is to use with autopilot. We also found a flaw in the Yoke. Actually, Michelle found it. Let's say you're driving on a local road, and for whatever reason, for maybe a second or two, you need to use your both hands for just 1 second. Maybe you're taking a bite of something. And now I understand this autopilot can take some of this away. We'll discuss that in 1 second. Typically what you do is you're driving, you got your foot on the gas pedal, you bring your other knee up and you drive with your knee. In the Yoke, because again, of this flat bottom, that's not really a problem if you're trying to correct your steering this way, because you can push the Yoke up and correct your steering that way. But if you have to correct your steering the other way, yeah, there's no real way of easily correcting your steering unless like you bring your knee all the way up on the side and then you pull down. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. Most people right now are thinking, dude, you're driving a Tesla, it has autopilot, let it do it for you. Yes, you're right. But there's two kind of inherent flaws to autopilot when you're driving on local streets. Number one, if you live in an area where they just don't care about the roads, like in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's not even winter yet, and Pennsylvania has completely ignored the quality of the roads. We have potholes everywhere. Autopilot doesn't see a pothole coming up and try to avoid it. It almost feels like it's deliberately going into it sometimes. We just have potholes everywhere, and if you're not paying attention and you're not driving yourself, you're gonna end up with a flat tire, and these are really expensive tires. The other issue, or what could be maybe an issue for you, is autopilot on a local road restricts you to 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Now, we are not encouraging or endorsing that you drive above the posted speed limit. That could be an issue. If this is my daily driver, I would leave the Yoke in. I actually like it. I like the Yoke in general. But this isn't. This is Michelle's daily driver. She doesn't like it. The Yoke's gotta go. We've had two problems with Hanssshow's Yoke. And let me kind of show you what they are real quick here. Problem numero uno. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? All of a sudden one day, and this just started maybe like a month ago, the carbon fiber trim here, all of a sudden completely broke. The other thing that we found is over on the edge right here, you can kind of see it right here. There's like this little bubble that pops out. Well, you can push on it. I mean, it's literally like an extra piece of fabric that just kind of pops up. And it kind of looks and makes it feel cheap. And it's not just on this side, it's on this side too. Here's the extra fabric, and you can press it in. It's not supposed to be that way.
From the troublemakers at Milton Bradley.
Now, the kind of stitching issue, in the grand scheme of things, it is kind of minor. However, this issue right here of the carbon fiber trim just completely breaking, that shouldn't happen on a steering wheel that costs $1,000 plus. Now, I reached out to Hansshow. His response to me was, can you super glue it? Can I super glue my trim down? Yes, I can super glue my trim down. Your solution is asking me to super glue it? I just don't even know what to say. Maybe we just had bad luck on 2 products they sent us. And then, well, after that, the yoke thing happened, I went and I kind of took a closer look at the dashboard replacement that we did, and I got bad news. I think there's quality issues there too. I mean, you can kind of see it. There's a line right here. There's a line right here. There's this like crazy, like almost like a moisture pattern that's like developing over here. We've never had moisture in here, but like there's all these lines that in direct sunlight you can see these imperfections in the carbon fiber weave that kind of goes like all the way down. Now look, I understand carbon fiber is a very unique type of product. You don't have these line problems on the trim, on the yoke trim, but you do have it all over the place, going down the entire dash. It still does look good to the average person that gets in the car. But again, these things aren't cheap. I kind of expect it to look really good. Even when direct sunlight's hitting it, I decided to reach out to the community and ask them their opinion. Pretty much the majority have kind of come back and confirmed my concern. One of the EV repair shop owners referred to Hansshow as hand, and he stopped carrying their products altogether. Maybe I just got a bad batch of product. Oh, if you are using a Hansshow product, please drop a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. Now, the other question I have for you guys, now this box here contains a new set of Hansshow taillights. Now these taillights look awesome. Because of all the issues that we've had up there, I'm a little concerned about putting these in and then having to completely undo it all and change it all. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think I should try it out? In a way, I guess that's kind of part of this channel, right? Is we try these things out for you guys to see whether or not they're any good. Let me know if you're interested in seeing these, and if you are, then we'll go ahead and we'll test it out for you guys. These manufacturers, they work hard to develop these awesome products for everybody, and they're kind enough to share coupon codes to give you guys a discount, and I really appreciate that. So I really hate when I have to make a video like this, but if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. The videos that I made, I am going to leave those videos up because they are proper install videos. And a lot of these products, regardless of the manufacturer, it's like the same install for a lot of this stuff. So it still does work whether you're using Hansshow or not. I am going to make sure to pin a comment at the top of all those videos though, letting people know about this video. I'm not saying don't buy Hansshow. I'm just trying to make you guys aware that while we found some quality issues in our Hansshow products that we did recommend before, I'm not saying don't buy them. I'm just saying be aware. Maybe you don't have an issue down the road. And like I said, maybe we just got a couple bad products. Look, that happens. I owe it to you guys to be completely honest, and that's really all this video is. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful at all, please make sure to chuck a like on it down below, so that way this video can get out to more and more people, especially those that are thinking about buying a Hansshow product. If you're a Tesla fan, maybe you have a Tesla, maybe you're thinking about buying one, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of the good stuff. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in another one real soon.